Though the island of Jolo was marred by its bloody history, its people is starting to turn the narrative around, or rather creating a new narrative. Rising from the rubble, Jolo forms a serene and safer haven for its residents and even for tourists. Let's hear more in this report by One News Chief Correspondent Ed Lingao.
It's not like your typical bar in Malate. Yes, there's a band, good food, and great company, but there's no alcohol. And you're right smack in Patikul in Jolo Island, a town that used to be known as a stronghold of the Abu Sayyaf group. This is what they call the Baywalk of Jolo, minus the Baywalk Babes.
Galing! Galing! Ibang-iba na. Anong tawag sa lugar na to?
Maubo Pier. Sir,
This is the equivalent of...
parang baywalk nila, sir. Dati kasi, sir, di ba liguan lang yan, parang luneta.
ngayon, puro ano na?
Yeah,
Puro panggabi na, no?
Yes, yes.
Eh, dati panggabi eh.
6 o'clock wala ng tao.
Oo.
Before, yung lugar na to is parang gubat. So parang nagkaroon siya ng idea para magkaroon ng development ng place namin. So yun, luckily parang nagkaroon na rin kami ng nightlife dito.
Oo nga, may nightlife nga eh.
Oh, parang minsan hanggang 11 kami. Unlike before, 8 p.m. nasa bahay na.
This is the new face of Sulu, a province long known for terrorism and the Abu Sayyaf, now trying to make inroads in tourism. Al Hassan comes here with his family to enjoy the famous Sulu sunset and this new thing called milk tea.
Tourist spot medyo na-open na, hindi na katulad ng dati, medyo gera. Tapos ngayon, okay na. Nakaka-travel ka na kahit saan.
Oo nga eh.
Yung security, okay na. Medyo hindi na magulo. Parang tulad na rin ng mga ibang lugar.
Milk tea is as far as it can get here. No alcohol is sold openly. This is, after all, still Jolo. In the last 2 years, local and military officials have made inroads in breaking the cycle of violence in Sulu.
For the past 2 years, no kidnappings, no bombings. Then yung mga tao now is enjoying yung kanilang magagandang beaches. They can come out, enjoy the beaches, and even spend evening or overnight stay sa mga lugar na ito.
Well, they do say that one of the biggest indicators of business confidence in an area is when businessmen decide to make investments. You know, big name brands, franchises. Dito po sa Jolo, hindi ako ganun kasigurado. Pero parang pamilyar yung logo na yun.
Of course, that is not a real Starbucks or Paddy's Point. But the point is that people can now afford to joke about these things because they can now imagine them within reach.
Nagtatanong yung mga tao doon kung sino yung Koreanang kasama raw namin. Sabi namin, sinong Koreana?
Ha? Ni hao? Ay, sorry. Anyong sayo pala.
Elsewhere in Jolo, economic activity seems to be on an upswing. Officials are now pushing the Balik Barangay program to encourage those Sugs who fled their homes in the past to come back to a new Sulu.
Hindi nga na umiiyak eh. Bumabalik sila. Sabi na for long time, dito kami pinanganak and we never saw our house. Kung ano yun nadat na nila. So they were so happy to be back.
Sulu's history has been carved in blood. But while there is not much they can still do about the past, today's Tausugs are trying to write their own future.
We're not really like changing the narrative, but we're trying to work on creating a new narrative, a more peaceful Sulu. Kasi dati Sulu is, when you say Sulu, the last name would be tourism, war, gulo. Ngayon like Sulu, last name would be like mapayapa, maganda ang turismo.